Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Kevin Durant, this name is always being linked to the Warriors, and this season he refused a trade to return to the Warriors. Why did this happen? Fans still have hope that in the summer, Kevin Durant can come play with Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler to seek another championship. NBA Insider reveals real reason why Kevin Durant didn't go back to Golden State. That appears to put an end to the speculation anyway. The Phoenix Suns continue to look like a team that is not going to make much noise once the playoffs finally do roll around, but that won't be for the want of trying by superstar Kevin Durant. Amidst all the trade talk throughout the league leading up to the deadline and which ended up including himself, Durant has remained a cool customer both on the court and when talking to the media. Then again, when you're 36 years old and just enjoying your basketball having done so much in this league, we shouldn't be surprised this is Durant's attitude to all the talk. He's seen it all, moving teams several times in the past on his own terms, so trade talk doesn't faze him. He also recently joined the 30,000 points club, getting to that accolade faster than old pal LeBron James. Durant turned down the chance to reunite with an old flame. That's because the Golden State Warriors were rumored to be pushing for a player who won a pair of championships with them hard in the final days of the trade deadline. A deal never did happen, despite the apparent willingness of the Suns to listen to offers, with Durant again cutting a wise figure and speaking with the media on the fact he was made available at all by the franchise. Now NBA insider Shams Charania of ESPN has gone on the record as saying that the Warriors felt they had put a deal in place to actually acquire Durant. The problem? Durant himself didn't sign off on the deal, and although he doesn't have a no-trade clause like Bradley Beal, superstars still have a lot of pull in this league. Phoenix might be Devin Booker's city, but the Warriors wouldn't have wanted a player who didn't want to be there either. Worryingly from the perspective of the Suns, however, the fact they managed to get Jimmy Butler and have hit the ground running with him in place there is a problem for their own postseason ambitions. Although the idea of teaming up with Stephen Curry again probably appealed to Durant as it would anybody in the league, we already broke down why Durant was ever likely to go back to San Francisco. We know his legacy means a lot to him, and if he went back and somehow won another title, it would be discredited even less than the two he already has. There's no point in looking back, at least under these current circumstances anyway, while this recent piece by Howard Beck of The Ringer gave us even more clues into Durant's way of thinking and why moving from the Valley right now isn't going to happen. He's moved into a different stage of his career, and is happy to be out there hooping with the guys that he likes to play with. That certainly includes Booker, and while the prospect of a championship in Phoenix feels as far away as ever right now, we should all still enjoy Durant's greatness while he calls the Suns home. Yes, there will be more rumors come the offseason, but his answer on this one is clear and emphatic. He didn't want to go back to the Warriors and is happy with the Suns. It really is that simple. Steph left awestruck by Warriors fans' special support in Houston. Well, at least that was the case during the Warriors' 105-98 win over the Houston Rockets on Thursday night at Toyota Center. And Curry doesn't take it for granted. I don't know if y'all can see what I'm looking at right now, but, literally, half of the lower bowl is all of Dub Nation, Curry told NBC Sports Bay Area's Bonta Hill, Chris Mullin, and Zena Keita on Warriors post-game live. The superstar guard, who officially becomes an 11-time NBA All-Star this weekend at Chase Center, wasn't exaggerating. Droves of Golden State fans waited to catch a sight of Curry as he made his way to the tunnel after a crucial road victory. "It's kinda crazy to think about all of the love that we get down here," Curry added. "As you said, it's been a lot of battles. This is a different team, but this is special, for sure." The road support for Curry checks out, though. The 36-year-old scored a game-high 27 points and made a game-high 5 three-pointers, while contributing 5 rebounds and 3 assists. And, if anything, perhaps it's just a tiny sample size of the amount of love that Curry will get in the Bay throughout the All-Star weekend. Steve Kerr still hasn't learned crucial Buddy Hield lesson that's haunting Warriors. An inexplicable decision on Wednesday night. There's few players in the NBA that can go from feast to famine like Buddy Hield, with that having been painfully proven for the Golden State Warriors over the course of this season. Hield had actually rounded into some form prior to Wednesday's meeting with the Dallas Mavericks, having scored at least 14 points in each of the last 4 games, including making a combined 14 threes at 41.7% during that period. Steve Kerr still hasn't learned a crucial Buddy Hield lesson. Yet recent form should probably go out the window for Hield when evaluating his game. Sometimes he's really hot and therefore an effective player, other night he's really cold and becomes nothing short of a liability on both ends of the floor. Wednesday night certainly delivered the latter, with Hield scoring just 3 points, 1 of 9 shooting, in a 111-107 defeat to the Mavericks at American Airlines Center. The veteran sharpshooter went just 1 of 6 from beyond the arc as he and starting backcourt teammate Stephen Curry combined to shoot only 5 of 19 from distance in a disappointing 4-point loss. The strangest aspect was that Hield was obviously cold, having shot 1 of 6 and being a -9 in just over 15 first-half minutes. Yet for a reason not exactly clear to many others, Steve Kerr continued to play the 31-year-old for nearly 14 equally disastrous second-half minutes. Hield finished as a -21 in 29 minutes, meaning the Warriors were a +17 in 18 minutes when he was on the bench. Not for the first time this season, Kerr inexplicably played his starting 2 guard for way too long, leading to legitimate frustration and confusion among fans. Kerr will undoubtedly point to the spacing and gravity that Hield provides, which is certainly something Golden State lacks elsewhere on the roster. But at some point you also can't ignore the facts and what's right in front of you. Hield has shot a paltry 31.9% from deep in 35 games since December 1. Brandon Podziemski played nearly 5 minutes less than Hield. Why? Sure, the second-year guard wasn't a three-point threat either on Wednesday, but at least he impacts the game in other ways with his rebounding, playmaking, and defense. You could even argue that Gary Payton too should have played more, particularly given Kyrie Irving went off for 42 points on 7 of 10 three-point shooting. Payton played just over 16 minutes, hit 2 rare threes himself, was found multiple times on baseline cuts, and finished with 14 points. He, Podziemski, Moses Moody, and Gue Santos, all viable options to have played more than Hield, recorded positive plus-minuses, despite the loss. Kerr continued faith in Hield as admirable, but has also reached a point of being flat-out bizarre.